This is Valley News Live at 10.
Well, thank you for joining us on Valley News Live at 10. I am Bobby Fallett. We begin tonight with continued coverage of breaking news as Fargo police announcing the arrest of a murder suspect in the missing persons case of Isidore Wengel. 21-year-old Joshua Height was taken into custody today. Now, Isidore Wengel was last seen December 31st and reported missing January 7th. Height was arrested on charges of murder and tampering with evidence just after 1:30 this afternoon without incident. Fargo police say that based on evidence and information from the investigation, he was arrested on probable cause. Now, no further information has been released today, but Fargo police will provide an update on this investigation during a news conference tomorrow at 1:30 in the afternoon. Valley News Live will be there, and we will bring you the very latest once we know more. And more breaking news for you tonight as authorities in Arizona have detained a person of interest in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Now, Arizona's Family, which is Valley News Live's sister station in Tucson, reports that the individual is being questioned but has not been charged. The 84-year-old Guthrie, mother of Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie, was last seen at her Tucson area home on January 31st. Earlier today, the FBI released these images of an armed person tampering with the cameras on Guthrie's front door. It's unclear if that person is the same individual now detained. The FBI web page for Nancy Guthrie is constantly being updated, including surveillance images, reward information, and a physical description of her. This is a developing breaking news story. Stay with Valley News Live online, on Facebook, and with the Valley Today tomorrow morning for the very latest. A new developments out of Moorhead tonight as a Clay County judge has denied a motion to dismiss first-degree murder charges against Isaac Arndt. Arndt is charged in the death of 14-year-old Jalen Walker, whose body was found along the Red River in Moorhead in August of 2024. His defense attorneys had argued that Minnesota's premeditated murder statute is unconstitutionally vague, but Judge Tammy Merkins ruled Friday that the statute provides adequate notice and does not violate equal protection rights. Arndt faces both first-degree premeditated murder and second-degree intentional murder charges. A trial date has not been set at this time. Well, changing gears now, we hope you got a chance to soak up another beautiful day in the Valley. Will these beautiful days continue? Let's send things on over to Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas with more on that, but also what we're seeing right now. Russ.
Yeah, thanks, Bobby. And the answer is yes. We are going to see more days, more warm days, and more sunshine out there. We are looking good. We are also going to contend potentially with a little bit of fog here. Take a look at our Fargo hourly planner. Now, this is interesting here. It's popped up showing the opportunity for a little bit of light snow, maybe a few flurries. I think what's really picking up on is the fact that we could see a little of that dense fog. Again, creating that poor visibility and just a little bit of moisture with that. Certainly we're expecting no accumulating snow at all tonight. You see our temperature dropping down to 20 degrees. For Grand Forks, we're looking at temperature dropping to 20 as well. And again, that comes under a cloudy sky. And again, we can see could see a little bit of fog during the morning hours. Take a look at what we've got for Fargo. And again, visibility in miles. This takes it through this evening right to tomorrow morning. What we're going to see is visibility, generally speaking, in the 2-mile to 5-mile range. I do think by the time we hit daybreak, it is possible that visibility could be very poor out there. So again, just something we are watching. If you do see that fog, it is thick tomorrow morning. Just give yourself a little extra time. Roads could be a little slick as well. Take a look at our highs tomorrow afternoon. We are looking good. How about areas like Harvey, Jamestown, Oaks, Sisseton, Lisbon, all sitting in the low to mid 40s tomorrow afternoon. Heading farther off to Lake of the Woods country there, we've got 25 Roseau, 29 Thief River, about 30 degrees in Bemidji. Overall, next week, weather pattern is changing, bringing some cooler temperatures by midweek. Also looking a little more active with precipitation. Bobby, coming up, we'll have the 11-day let you know what it looks like as we get toward next week.
All right, Russ, thank you so much. Well, new for you tonight, it was a big win for seniors on the north side as Fargo Park leaders decided to renew the lease for the Broadway Senior Center. Their space is now safe for another 3 years. Valley News Team's Anna Ball-Weber brings us up to date on this long-awaited decision.
A lease extended for the place some call home.
How long have we been going here? Several months, ain't it? Yeah.
Before the final decision, Broadway Senior Center goers filled a bus, being stronger in numbers.
I haven't been on a bus like this since I went to California on a bus years ago.
More than 25 seniors rode to the park board meeting awaiting the future of their local hub.
It is important to have everyone get there, as many people as we can, to support our cause.
Their cause? Keep the North Side Center open. Following the end of a current lease, Fargo Park leaders debated for 10 months what to do with the center. Rising rent costs to over $100,000 a year threatened keeping these doors open. In the end, personal connections and community engagement proved number one.
It's much more than that. It's an essential place where people are receiving those services and gathering, and it's important for the north side of the community.
Park leaders themselves became emotional hearing the importance of these senior services. The Fargo Park Board VP shared his father passed away 2 weeks ago.
Social activities and being involved, the Valley Senior Service Meals on Wheels is all important. I saw it firsthand.
Finally, a decision. Cheers rang out as the board unanimously approved a 3-year lease extension, keeping Northsiders close on Broadway for now, with future plans in the works.
And in the meantime, think about building us a new location up here on the north side where there's a lot of seniors that live.
Reporting in Fargo, Anna Ballweber, Valley News Live.
Anna, thank you for that report. And State Senator Josh Boshi spoke at tonight's meeting advocating for the center's extension. You can hear what he had to say on valleynewslive.com. Just click on this story. Well, 2 separate house fires in Fargo over the past 6 months killed 6 cats. And tonight, fire officials have an urgent message for pet owners about what to do if a fire takes place at your home. Now, the fires happened weeks apart. One on January 10th on Circle Drive North killed 2 cats. Another on February 2nd on 15th Street South claimed 4 of the feline lives. Now, West Fargo fire investigators say that if your pet is still inside during a fire, do not go back in.
Anytime you have an animal or any belongings inside, we want you to get out first. Life safety is our main concern. Once you're outside, you need to stay outside so that you don't go back inside and inhale some toxic smoke, get yourself trapped inside.
And authorities say that pet owners should include animals in their evacuation plans now, with leashes kept near exits. Pet alert stickers are available as printable PDFs on valleynewslive.com. Well, in Fargo, students at Davies High School, they're speaking out against immigration and custom enforcement operations. A couple dozen protesters gathered for a demonstration after school this afternoon. Valley News Team's Cindy Zetz spoke with several of the students about the reason behind this event.
So we look and we learn.
It brings some people awareness on how ICE is doing some bad things.
You guys want to walk a little?
Yeah!
Tuesday, a couple dozen students took to the sidewalks near Davies High School to protest ICE, an event organized by Junior Violet Bitho.
ICE does not belong in our communities, and they should not bring so much violence to our homes. And it's just not acceptable what they're doing, and I think it's important to show that the youth does not support this.
Students tell me the actions of federal agents are discussed in the classroom, but many teenagers are mostly learning about the process in real time on social media.
There was recently things in Minneapolis where little kids were being taken, and I believe that no one should be taken away. No one is illegal on the stolen land that we took from the natives.
In recent months, there have been multiple deaths in the Twin Cities involving federal agents and ICE raids at schools and businesses in Minnesota. These students say they don't want what's happening across state borders to happen in their own neighborhood.
I'm concerned about right now and going into the future. The fact that ICE thinks it's okay to come into schools in Minnesota, when it's going to stop them from coming into our schools and taking our classmates.
Bitho says the students are hoping to show others that you can make a difference by speaking out at any age.
I think that we are the future of this country, and that's an undeniable fact. So by saying that we, the future, do not support this, we are making our own difference before we are in power or before we can vote.
Now, following a speech on school grounds, student protesters participated in a march near those school grounds. Well, the Fargo Police Department will honor Officer Jason Mosier tomorrow. This will mark 10 years since his tragic death in the line of duty. Officer Mosier's dedication and sacrifice continue to impact the department and community. A memorial ceremony will begin at 9 a.m. tomorrow at Fargo City Hall in the City Commission chambers. You can watch a live broadcast and stream on the City of Fargo's access channels. Well, today is the day as Fargo's Hector International Airport is officially opening its new terminal expansion for departures. Travelers will now find 4 additional gates, a new concessions area, more seating, and improved bathrooms. The expansion also includes features for passenger comfort and accessibility, such as a children's play area and a mother's room. Future plans include an enclosed skyway to the parking ramp by December of this year and further terminal renovations by early 2027.